in the executive session. We still have Ryan, and
So I just have a couple more things. The Homeland Security Council is wanting to know if we want to house a digital road sign. The cost of the sign is approximately $15,000. That will be grant funded. That won't cost the county anything, but we would have to house it. It would have to be kept indoors. So I'm looking for a recommendation whether you guys think that's something the county wants to pursue.
I'm a little hesitant. Personally, I don't know that we have a giant need for it. You might use that thing once every 3 years. And then to pay for housing and possible upkeep and repair, I don't see an advantage to it.
Exactly, because you'd have to insure it.
Yes, we would have
Because
to.
if it's a $15,000 sign.
Right.
So how that works with Homeland Security equipment is they buy it and then they MOU it or transfer a property agreement to the county. So then the county then owns that equipment. So then it's our responsibility for the upkeep and insurance. So
For how long?
For the life of the sign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't want that.
I kind of agree. I don't think we're really interested.
and that's why I wanted to ask you guys, so I can take that back to the council in January. So
But I do kind of like the idea of maybe visiting with the city and saying, hey, if worse comes to worse, can we?
I think an emergency.
and we have utilized that in the past.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, like local shelter at this location, or road remains closed to state line, or anyhow like
If
it.
they're used to do that, all you have to do is turn off those other messages and just put one on
Yep.
there.
And we have utilized that sign in the past. So.
Okay, I think we're good there.
I do have a quote here. This, again, is government contract. This is to upgrade one of the computers at the office. It's for $2,270. That includes the docking station and the computer itself. The reason we do that is that way if we need to run and go, we just pick up our computer and go. So, Homeland Security did upgrade all of our accountability equipment this year, so that expense didn't come to the county either. So, those computers have all been changed over to iPads now. So.
How much is that?
$2,270.
And this $2,270.75 will come from
My
your budget?
Mhm.
Okay.
I like my Surface. I love it.
They're nice.
Hey, I'm looking for a new personal computer.
I highly recommend these.
What is it?
It's a Surface.
The other reason we use those two is they connect into like our TVs that we have. So if you want to like put up a radar or anything, you just send it to the TV through your computer. So.
It's basically just like your desktop, but it's only this big.
It's not like my desktop.
Roger, yours still has a notebook on it. A real one.
Yeah, we're choosing.
A Windows out of
Do you need a copy of that?
it. I'm sorry.
The promulgation. Do you need a copy of
One
that?
of these days we'll get you up to speed.
I know you will.
I know his daughter's worked on him pretty hard. Don't know how far she's gotten. Okay, do I hear a motion to go ahead and approve the purchase of the computer equipment for Homeland Security for $2,270.75?
I so move. Sorry.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
And the last thing I have is just your permission to get a bid. This is a project that's been on the back burner for a long time, but when we had our last exercise up at the building back in October, when that was, we ran into the same issue again when you're trying to have people on the radio and stuff in that big room. When you get hospital, county health, all those in the room. So we have separated off into that, what we call the electrical room, which has the computer server and all that.
The end of the hallway
Yeah.
before you go in the conference room.
We have all the wiring in there to have all of our radios set up in there and everything. That's where the computer is for the sign and different things. But the issue is that's really kind of hard to, if somebody's in there on the radio, you got to run around. And so one of the ideas that has been kicked around for a long time is to put a window in that wall. That it could be shut so you don't have the noise,
But yet still communicate when
Right.
needed.
So I guess if I could get your permission to seek out a bid to go ahead and do that, so. To get a bid, not to. Okay. And that would be from the building fund, I'm assuming.
I think you need approval from the city to do that.
Well, I'll have to get approval, or a bid, but then we'll have to get approval from the building committee as well. There is a building committee for our building, of which I'm not sure one of the commissioners is on. And I don't know who.
I know.
It's just a little complicated because our building is owned by the city, so we
Yeah.
have that. So,
Well, let's make sure that
okay,
we include them in all
I
this.
will go ahead and work on that. So that's all I have. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Ryan.
You had a pretty good day. So don't come back for a while.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Since our next individual or any individual's not here, let's take a 5-minute break.
Crawfies still hot.